Hi. Hi, guys. Welcome and hi to everyone. Okay, this is Dialan. I'm going to do this video in English. Okay, I'm going to do this video to English. You can share to everybody who is clueless of why the government has taken a decision to implement PKPB starting from 9th of November. Okay, 9th of November. This is a big question that we need to ask all these politicians, all these really politicians who have created a big mess out of COVID-19, and we the Rakyat are here to suffer whatever mess that has been done by these politicians who were irresponsible, okay, who were not responsible enough to take care of the Rakyat. Okay, this wave which has been created now, okay, the numbers that we have today, the 1,000 plus numbers, was created by all politicians in Malaysia. But at last, who has to take the blame? Who has to suffer is the Rakyat. I think the people are fed up with this bloody government and these useless politicians. So please, guys, share this to everyone. Share this video to everyone, please. Share to everyone. Today they have announced Ismail Sabri, pengurusi Majlis Keselamatan Negara, has announced that all states in Malaysia except for Perlis, Kelantan and Pahang has been announced PKPB. Okay, because, please share, guys, share this video some more. They have announced PKPB for those people who are going to celebrate Deepavali. In Tamil, they used to say Sangu. You know what is Sangu, you know? It means we have been conned. Okay, just because Raya, they were not allowed to Balai Kampung, okay, even though there were a lot of people allowed to Balai Kampung, just because of that, Deepavali, we also have to go through the same thing. Share to everyone, please share to all the Malay groups, Chinese groups, I don't care. Just share to everyone this video. Let this useless government, especially those people who are taking these stupid decisions of giving PKPB to the entire states. Why you don't give Perlis? Why you don't give Kelantan? Why you don't give Pahang? Because there's no Indians, there's no much Indians in Perlis, there's no much Indian in Kelantan, and there's no much Indian in Pahang. That is how I see it. You are making me, this government is making me to become a racist human being. The government is making me to become a racist. Now I want to become a racist. Because of this government, I am becoming racist. Y'all don't help any PR in Singapore because the majority PR are Chinese and Indians. Y'all don't give a damn about the PR because they are Chinese and Indians. And now there's only 1 week for Deepavali, and you screw up the entire Deepavali just to make the Malays happy. Not enough. Not enough. Let me ask you to let this video share. Please tag the Prime Minister and also Ismail Sabri. I just want to ask these two people, you want to do PKPB, it's okay. You do it in Selangor. You do it in Negeri Sembilan. You do it in Penang. Okay. Why do you need to do in states which are safe? For example, let me give you a 3 days record. A 3 days record of few states which is extremely safe. Why do you want to implement PKPB? You think the people are stupid, Sabri? Ismail Sabri and this bloody useless Muhyiddin. You think what? People are stupid? Why do you want to implement in Johor? Why do you want to implement in Malacca? Why do you want to implement in few other countries which there is not even more than 5 cases per day? What do you think? You think the Indians are going to keep quiet just because you want to screw up their bloody Deepavali? You all do not help the Indians. In your budget, screw your bloody budget, Muhyiddin. Your bloody budget, screw your bloody budget. One of the most worst prime minister that I have ever seen. You want to catch me? You want to put me in jail? What the heck you want to do? You do. You are one of the most worst prime minister I have seen in my bloody life. I think Najib was better than you, lah. Being a puppet, you are just a bloody puppet. Muhyiddin, you are just a puppet. On the 4th of November, let me, Ismail Sabri, on the 4th of November, and to this Muhyiddin also, useless Muhyiddin, let me tell you something. 4th of November, Johor only 2 cases. Malacca 0 case. Then, on the 5th of November, Johor had 2 cases. Malacca had 5 cases. Then yesterday, 6, Johor had 4 cases. Malacca had 2 cases. The entire 3 days, both the states is less than 5 cases. Why the hell you go and do PKPB in Johor Bahru and Malacca? For what do you want to make everyone suffer? You want us to shut our bloody business? You don't want us to work? You don't want us to do? You don't want us to celebrate anything? Just because for your bloody political agenda. What the hell you think? Screw your bloody budget. What bloody budget was that? So much of fund was given to the government. For what? For you all to somehow swindle money. So much of fund has been given only for government sectors. Semi-government sectors, billions of money. Government sectors, billions of money. What the people get? Every day you all talk about frontliners, frontliners, frontliners. Too much of importance was given to the frontliners. Too much of money was spent for the frontliners. But do you know what is the backbone of the country? Small businesses is the backbone of the country. Sendirian Berhad is the backbone of the country. You know, enterprise small companies are the backbone of the country. You do not know economy. Step down, you stupid, bloody, useless government. Not much of allocation was given to small companies. Do you know the Indians, we are not that rich as big multi-millionaire companies, okay? But we still have small enterprise companies. We have enterprise, we have lorry business, we have small shops, we have Sendirian Berhad companies. Not much of allocation was given to them. All was given to Bumiputra big companies. Bumiputra big companies. You suck our bloody blood and you give to the Bumiputras. Then what the Indians and Chinese we want? Go and die. Bloody useless government. Muhyiddin is not fit to be a prime minister, first of all. Najib was 1,000 times better than you. He robbed the money, at least he spent for the people. Let me tell, he robbed money, millions, billions of money, but he really spent. He was the only prime minister who spent for so much of Indian, I think, even though I'm against his government. What you are doing is going to make him a legend, I think. Really useless. The backbone of this country is the small companies, like enterprises, like small Sendrian Berhad, and most of the non-Malays, we are stuck here. We don't get bloody allocation from the government. We don't get a 10% discount like what the Bhumi Putras are giving. Yet we still stand in our bloody legs. We buy house, we pay 10%. Not like the Bhumi Putras. We buy car, we pay. Everything we pay more than the Bhumi Putras. But when we are having problem, you still take the money and help the Bhumi Putras. Look at the amount of billions that you have spent on the Bhumi Putras on the budget. Then what the hell you think the Indians and Chinese here? I don't care about the Chinese lah. What do you think about the Indians here? We are what? Servants for you all to work, pay your bloody money. You all take the money and give all to the Bhumi Putras. And you expect us to just sit and watch you. Look at the budget. 100 million to empower the Indians. 100 million to empower the Indians. 100 million to empower the Indians. Good. Who you are going to give the money to? All bloody robbers. In the name of Mitra, in the name of Siddiq, you are going to give to all those people who are going to rob the money. Okay? Out of 100 million, after they suck everything, they will only give us to chew the bloody bone. That is what the people get. Out of 100 million, I think worst come to us, less than 10 million only will go to the people. Rest will all go to this bloody... Then we look at your budget. 1.4 billion allocated to the Prime Minister Department for Islamic Affairs. 1.4 billion for Islamic Affairs. Very good. 4.6 billion to empower Bhumi Putra entrepreneurship. Okay? 4.6 billion for Bhumi Putra entrepreneurship. Very good. 6.5 billion to universities catered towards Bhumi Putras. Very good. So we Indians do what? We work. We will pay you as tax. You drop our money and you give to the Bhumi Putras and you expect us to see that. We are not saying don't give the Bhumi Putras. You give them, no matter. That is not an issue. Why can't you also give to the Indians? Why can you allocate? Why do you only need to allocate 100 million and give to all the robbers? Why can you allocate, put it under the Jabatan Perdana Menteri itself, not into Mitra, not into Siddiq? No Indian should touch the bloody money. When that bloody idiot came in the previous government, created Mitra and done all, we do not know, you look at the allocation, 1.4 billion Islamic Affairs. 4.6 billion empower Bhumi Putra entrepreneurship. 6.5 billion towards university caters towards Bhumi Putra. You know how many billion is this? Close to about 12 billion to help who? To help the Malays inside the government, to help the Bhumi Putras to bring up their businesses. To help to bring up their businesses. Then what about the Indian businesses? We have to go to EPF and we have to take out our own hard-earned money every month, 500. That is what you give us. And this bloody Indian representative in this government has got no balls to question you. I am sorry to all my Malay followers. I am very, very sorry. This has got nothing to do with racist. Tetapi bila kita tengok keadaan kerajaan ini sedang buat, dia sedang jadikan kita racist. No one is born in Malaysia as racist. This government is creating racist people. This government is creating racist people. What is going to happen to all the Malay business? I mean, to all the Indian small business? You go and put PKPB. My first question is, why do you need to implement PKPB in a state which has got not even 5 cases per day for the last 3 days? Huh? Why do you want to implement PKPB here? To hold your government in parliament before the 24th? Huh? For what do you need to implement PKPB, first of all, in Johor Bahru? For what do you need to implement in so many countries? When you can give exception for majority Muslim states like Pahang, Pahang, Kelantan and Perlis, why do you need PKPB in states like this also? You want to do PKPB or even PKP, do it in Selangor, do it in Penang, do it in Negeri Sembilan. Why do you need to do states which is still in the safe zone? Ismail Sabri said, above 40 cases, then only the state will declare as a red zone. Then you can put it under PKPB. That is what you said. Now why you are changing your own words? Huh? And for your information, to this Muhyiddin and to Ismail Sabri, the cause of the spike of COVID-19 in this country this time is because of you guys held one bloody stupid election in Sabah. If you're just shut your bloody mouth, okay, kept your bloody asses in Semenanjung without going to Sabah and come back, we wouldn't be having this much of cases in Semenanjung. You bloody politicians who couldn't who couldn't keep your bloody asses here in Semenanjung, who wanted to go there and campaign and brought back this bloody disease from there, and you all talk rubbish today. Worst come to worst, tomorrow what, I'll be arrested. Go ahead, arrest me lah. What you want to arrest me for? For what you want to do budget? Do it inside only for you buat you punya budget atas itu tajuk dia budget khusus budget Malaysia khusus untuk orang Islam. Dot. Cukup. Atau khusus untuk orang Bumi Putra sahaja. Budget Malaysia khususnya khasnya hanya adalah untuk orang Bumi Putra sahaja. Tutup cerita. Lepas itu jangan minta kita apa-apa teks. Tak payah. Kita buat bisnes kita sendiri, kita buat kita punya ini sendiri, kita bayar sendiri. Jangan kutip wang dari kita. You want our bloody tax money, you want everything from us, but our bloody allocation 100 million. 100 million. For universities, 4 over billion. For Malay entrepreneurship, 6 over billion. We are not talking about million. They are giving billions to Bumi Putra, huge companies. For what? Most of the government sector is getting billions, but they are just pinching out for the Indians and just throwing like, catch. They are treating us like they are treating us like dogs. And that bloody pinch of money that they are giving also, we have our own race idiots who will go and rob that money. And make sure they become rich and they don't give to anyone else. Guys, instead of y'all commenting, put there Ismail Sabri and put Muhyiddin. Tag them as well. Do y'all know? Let me tell to those people who are commenting, giving laughing emojis. Never mind. Let me tell you all something. Okay? I am personally receiving minimum 3 bankruptcy cases every day. And you know who they are? Indians. Minimum 3 bankruptcy cases. Every day we are getting bankruptcy cases already. And who these people are? Huh? Y'all are so greedy for money. Singapore has 0 community COVID cases. Singapore has 0 community COVID cases. Why the hell y'all quarantine people who come from Singapore here 14 days when they have 0 cases? Huh? And we have so much of cases in Malaysia. When we go there, they only quarantine us 7 days. We are having a high volume of cases. Singapore only quarantine us 7 days. They are having almost less than very minor. Day before yesterday was 0 community cases. Yet you go and put all the PR 14 days inside for quarantine. Why do you want to do? It's a safe country already. Is it because there's no Bhumiputras? I mean, there's not much of Bhumiputras who are working in Singapore, is it? Do you all know, to those people who are watching this, do you all know in Singapore there is a kiosk? Okay? There is a kiosk where the Malaysian Muslims can come and collect food for free. Do you all know that or no? There is a kiosk in Singapore that the Malaysian Muslims can come and collect free goods to eat. This is what we call Malaysians. Share this to all the Indians. This is not a video regarding Singapore and Malaysia. This is a video where all the Indians should wake up. I'm not calling you to go and fight the government. This is something that we need to discuss with this government. Not only with this government, with this entire system. Our contribution to this country is unvaluable. We have contributed so much to this country. So much of contribution has been done, not only by me, by my father, by my great-grandfather also. Don't talk about this MIC Plus. I've got no time already with this MIC Plus. MIC is a close case. We just don't need to talk about them anymore. They are irrelevant already. Their only argument, they will come and argue with Dayalan Sribalan. Tell them to go and argue with the minister. With the UMNO who said no need MIC anymore. I forgot his name. In Barisan Nazri, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, it's Nazri. Nazri said to MIC, close your bloody party and get lost. You are no more irrelevant to UMNO or to Barisan National. Tell them to go and put a case against Nazri lah. If I'm not mistaken, it's Nazri. If I'm getting his name wrong. MIC got no balls to do that. MIC has got no balls to go and question Nazri as like how there's few top leaders in MIC. Dey, ennada, vacha bucha, call Nazri and Asla. Dey, Nazri, ennada, why you talk MIC like that? Call and Asla. No balls to ask them. These fellas got only balls to question another Indian. They have got no balls to question the people that they should question. Wake up lah, wake up. Wake up. If the opposition, okay, if the opposition leaders, okay, is going to keep quiet about this bloody stupid budget which was presented by this government, then the Indians in Malaysia has got no chance even with this government or with Pakatan Harapan as well. Especially the opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim. If Dato' Anwar Ibrahim also is not going to question about this, then I'm telling you, the Malaysian Indians has got no more future with either both government. Let's see whether this opposition is going to question them or no. But anyway, guys, again I'm telling something, there's no need for PKPB in states which is not affected with COVID-19, which is only less than 5 per day. There's no need. Why do you want to put us under stress? Close the bloody state borders. You close Melaka borders with Negeri Sembilan. You close, Johor Bahru, the Johor borders with Melaka. Close. Let the people inside the state be free as normal. Just following the normal SOP. Why do you want to implement PKPB in states which is very safe? We should actually do what? Quarantine this bloody government into one bloody room for maybe 1 year. Quarantine them inside. Let them choke and do whatever they want. And I guess no one will be alive when they come out because they will fight inside themselves. They will fight, they will take the chair and bang each other's head, I think. We must put this plus all in a one quarantine center for maybe 14 days and see what happens to them. Anyway, guys, wake up. Everyone wake up. This budget which was given by this government is a very disturbing and alarming budget to the non-Bhumis. It's a very, very disturbing, alarming budget to the non-Bhumis. I'm not saying that the money which was given to them is not fair. What I'm saying is the money which was given to the Indians is not fair compared with them. You want to give them billions, you give. Let them also come up in life. But at the same time, why can't you give the Indians 1 billion? Why do you have to give 100 million? Why can't you allocate 1 billion and give to the Indians? When you can allocate billions and billions of money for Bhumiputras. If comparing with that, then I think we have a problem. Y'all Indians, if y'all think what I'm talking here is not relevant, your children are going to suffer in future. That's what I can say, lah. Definitely, if we do not question this, our children are going to suffer. Let me again tell this government strongly and strictly. This government's backbone is small businesses, not those huge business. Of course, when you put one finance minister who has a background in banking, how you expect him to think about the people? If you take his phone, if you take the finance minister's phone and go through his phone book, you maybe see all bankers' phone number inside. You can't see the normal people who are suffering, their numbers inside. Then how you expect the finance minister to do for the people when he has only the bank background? Wake up, lah, Indians, wake up. It's time for us to wake up, not to go and march and go and protest in the road. It's time for us to think what we are doing, is it right or wrong? It's time for us to be together, not only the Indians, especially to everyone, lah. I'm sorry if there's any Malays who are watching this video. My intention is not to hurt you all. My intention is just to question few things, just comparing with the Bhumiputras, that's all. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks. Please share this video as much as you can.